Hello and welcome to Hobbies and Hyperfocus. My name is Pam, my pronouns are she, her, and I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Today we've got coffee, we've got our cross stitch, we've got our cat. Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to the Stephanie and Paige show. Today we're going to be doing some cross stitch because we know what that is. Where's my project, Stephanie? Oh, it's this one. I completed it yesterday in one day because we are LGBTQ in this house. We are plus. And I made this and it took me 1 minute.
No, it didn't.
How much did it take me?
I don't know.
Anyways, guys, do you have any tips for us? Because we don't know what we're doing.
Oh, I found one. So this one is
Did you make that one?
yeah, I made this one.
Can you stop that way?
So these ears are forks. I was trying to practice being a fox. So this is ow, my ankle.
I like these. I don't look at them. There's like a little koi fish in there.
Look at this beautiful fox. It took me 8 hours of no sleep.
Okay, stop it now. Stop the video.
No.
Yes, Stephanie, there's nothing else to say.
So that, where's the whiteboard?
Thank
So
you
that
for,
was
thank you.
the Stephanie and Paige show.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
First of all, it's Sunday, November 26th. It's 2:22 p.m. and our tarot card of the day is the Two of Pentacles, which is a card of balance. So balancing, and usually pentacles are physical or material things. So balancing the material world, try and keep within your budget. This is very important right now with being aware of what you're buying against your values, but also as we rush into the Christmas and Yule season, keeping track of your spending so you don't go overboard. So that is my tarot card of the day. So generally what I do is I talk about tarot and cross stitch, and today we have some planner stuff. A lot of planner stuff because that's what I bought this time. So let's start with, I want to show you my tarot decks. So I have a few tarot decks. 1, 2, 3, 4 down here, a few upstairs. This is a tarot deck bag that I made when I was 20. This is the first tarot deck that I ever had. I still have it. This is Tarot of the Old Path. I've had this since I was 18. This is my early deck. I have a few more in one of my altar boxes. I haven't reset up my altar yet, but that's part of the plan for this Yule season. Now that we're in the quiet, dark, hygge time of year, we're going to go closer, doing more of the spiritual things and cozy things and home things. So this is the bag that my commonly used or ritual deck goes in. This deck is called Sacred Circle Tarot. There's the Lord or the Hermit. And this is the one I use the most, or I had been using the most. But over the last little while, as I found some friends on YouTube who really like tarot, and I've been getting back into exploring a little bit more rather than just using the same decks. I've been exploring a few more decks. The one that I showed last time, which is the Cat Tarot, because I really love cats. So this deck I bought for myself at our local bookstores, which is Chapters Indigo, and it's really cute. I love cats. The one you can't see, she's sitting right here, follows me everywhere. My familiar is a white cat. One of my oldest decks that I've had, this is Daughters of the Moon Tarot. It's an uncolored deck, circular, so you don't have to read it reverse or anything. And the idea with the deck like this, or the original idea of the deck, it's a smooth, not shiny surface. The idea was that you would color it, paint it yourself, make it your own. I haven't done very many of them. I don't know if I can find one that I did. There's only a few that I actually did. We did this as part of a circle for a while, but that group broke up as we moved on. And, oh, I don't know if I can find them. Oh, here's the one. Shakti, the Life Dancer. This is the one I painted so far. That group, people moved out of the city, so we stopped doing that. That was, oopsies. The cat is making it very difficult today. And then the last deck I have downstairs with me is a new deck called Tarot of the Divine. And I had gotten one of these cards, I think, from Michelle of Chinook Craft when we did a tarot card exchange. And they're a bunch of the Hermit, another one of the Hermit, where they're images from different world religions and European and other, well, world mythology, I guess it is. So the white stag back, very beautiful. Sorry, I dropped the book. I really like this one. I haven't read with it much yet, so now I'm looking into getting a tarot card notion to keep track. I do keep track in my journal, my daily. I don't even have it down here. Maybe I showed it last time. My Hobonichi, which is the planner that I'm using for 2023. But I also just received my pre-order from the Sterling Ink, which is the book I'll be using for next year. And I have two options. I have this black leather or olive green leather that I can put it in. Right now I'm just sort of leaning toward the black leather because this is my first one. And oops, it's just a green black writing. It's got the same kind of paper that I really like that I talked about last time. You have your at a glance. I haven't filled any of this in yet. I haven't started. There's a page there, and then you have your goal breakdowns. So you can't really see it, but there's a goal breakdown here. So you can do it by someday, 1 year, half year, quarterly, monthly, weekly, or daily. These are your goals. And then your quarterly breakdowns. So you have goals on one side and then every day. So you can put a note down every day for all your 4 quarters. Quarter 2, quarter 4, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and every monthly. 12 of those, of course. And then your weeklies. So I really like this layout, this horizontal layout with the date or with the times down along the side, because I do a lot of things that need to be, that's just how my brain works. I need to know what time it's going to happen and block it out. I have 52 of those. And then, unlike all the other ones that I've ever had, you just have blank pages. So you can just fill in as much or as little as you need. I do have a lot of stickers and things that sometimes I put in, but generally I tend to not put stickers and a lot of that stuff in my book anyway. I try, but it doesn't seem to be the thing I do. So I have the book. I'm gonna start setting it out once we hit December, but I really like this. It's a little smaller. My last one was a A5 or half page. This is a little bit slightly smaller. It's the same size as these, which are a standard traveler's notebook. So that was one of my purchases. I'm gonna do haul first. As I was saying to the girls on the YouTube, I was supposed to film last week, but I didn't. And I don't think anyone missed me because nobody watches me. So I can say and do whatever I want. And so I'm going to talk about pens. So another thing that I bought was this fountain pen. Now I got this fountain pen from Ferris Wheel Ink. And this is an aluminum, carousel is what this one's called. So it's aluminum pen. I got a medium nib because I like to put the sparkles in. And it's got engraving, white engraving all the way around. And I got this for, I don't know, it was some kind of probably Black Friday thing. But I just happened to click on an ad for them. And I wanted to get their newest ink, which is this one. It's called Sugar and Spite. And they had a deal on the website that if you made an order, you get this pen, which is usually about $200 Canadian, for free. And so I was going to buy the ink anyway. So I ordered the pen. I got another pen, which is their brush pen, it's a plastic pen, same kind of, doesn't have the engraving. So I got that during that sale. I got the pink pen for free. So this is all of my planner stuff. And I don't know how to set it up on, I don't have one of those above view cameras right now. So actually I don't have any camera. I'm using my phone. And I kind of considered buying a camera for this, but we'll see. If I keep going, I might buy a camera on Boxing Day, because that's the Canadian thing to do. So I suppose we should have to get into the stitching. I feel like I don't talk enough. My videos are not long enough because everyone reminds me, this is for you, it's not for anyone else. And I remind myself every time, nobody's really paying any attention to what I do, because nobody's watching. Just my daughters and me. So I'm gonna grab a pin here so I can hold this up here. So the first thing I stitched this week was the free pattern from To Trees and Tea, which I've called a Palestinian tile. So I did this. This took me 2 days when I actually found the floss. I had lost the floss. I put it down and I lost it. So this had taken me 2 days to do once I got it. And then I had to restart because I did the border first. I started at the middle and I did the border and I went up this way, I went that, and then it didn't line up. And no matter what I did, it didn't line up. I couldn't get it to line up. So I restarted it because I have a lot of this white even weave. So I restarted that, I think, once. So it's got a Tatrice. I think this is what this is called, a Tatrice design here. It looks like little hearts. And then 2 Palestinian flags. And then the outline of Gaza or Palestine. And then it says Palestine, but in Arabic. So it was actually a very quick stitch. And now my goal 1 this week is to find a way to finish this. I'm going to finish it onto some of this hardboard with some puffy matting and then just try and mount it to, I don't know, into a frame. I have a couple frames that I wanted to, and I think it'll work well. The frames are square this way, so this is a little bit smaller, so if I do it this way I can put it in the middle of the square frame to tack it on. So that is the Palestinian tile. The next thing that I worked on, and I'm getting very close to being finished this. I have finished the stitching on the Halloween fairy, or the trick-or-treat fairy. I don't really know what she's called. And last time I showed it, I think I had just done this in like just the glow in the dark, but it didn't really show up very well when you stepped back. So I outlined it in the darker orange that matches the pumpkin. And this all inside is glow in the dark Krynic. So I got 1, 2, 3 colors of Krynic, and I've started on, or 4 colors of Krynic, and I've started on the beads up here. I'm just using beads from Stash. I have almost all of these beads already that I've had from other projects. So I've gotten the beading up here done, and I'm starting to move down this way. Instead of, I think I'm going to take off these red beads here, and I have orange beads that I'm going to put in that'll match this a little bit better, because the inside of this, like this whole thing was supposed to be like a dark red, and so was this, and then I changed it to orange. So I'm going to try putting the orange beads with it. So orange, black, silver, and green beads still need to go on here. So that. So that's my fairy. This is the closest I've gotten to one of my fancy ladies. Then we're getting close on Mr. Bat. So we did a little bit more on the bat. I've just been filling in his wing, like putting in, there's like a sort of a taupe gray that's in here. And, oh, I should probably say what these are on. So the Tatrice tile is on a 32 count white even weave, and the Halloween fairy is on the same even weave, but I've dyed that with onion skin. And this is 40 count oaken by Picture This Plus, and the design is Little Brown Bat by Cottage Garden Samplings. So you can see here I haven't quite finished the bottom. I have leaves that I've started. They're originally some kind of, one of them was the Weeks Dye Works, and I've swapped them out. I think it's the black. I couldn't find it, and I don't buy Weeks Dye Works, so I just used 3210 or 3010. And the last thing I worked on was my mermaids. So this is the Mermaids of the Season Sal. And I just, this morning, while I was on stream with Michelle Bendy Stitchy, I finished, this is the Summer Mermaid, or Vera, I guess her name is. And I always do all of the stitching, and then I do all of the Kreinik or all of the metallics, and then I do all of the beads. Like I'll do all four of the mermaids, and then I'll go in and I'll buy the Kreiniks and I'll do all the metallics, and then I'll buy all the beads and I'll do all the beads. I just couldn't get them all together. They're kind of hard to find. So that is all the stitching that I did. I feel like I should have done a lot more, but I never got to it this year, this month. And as I said last time, November is generally kind of a busy month. So the only other thing I have to show before we discuss random topics of nonsense is I got my Hearts for Pam thing. I was only able to order the flosses. So yeah, I didn't get the book. I didn't get all the other stuff. I just couldn't afford it at that time. It was, I think we ordered it in February or March. So we have Lima, Les Boutons, Paige Turner, and you've probably already seen all these. Canal, Duck, Bottle Brush. That one is blowing out. It's not quite that neon. Hearth. Oops, it's sticking together here. Hearth, which is a nice variegated black gray. Marigold. Sleepy Cat. And Hugs and Kisses. And I have one more color, but I think I've put it in with, it's like a green, a variegated green, and I've put it in with my Ink Circles Round Robin for my green, like the green of the garden path. I'll put a picture up here. I wanted to do a more variegated one for that one. So when these came in, I was like, that works. That's a nice color. I don't know if I'll use any of the others. I might need to find a second skein of that because the pattern calls for 13 meters and there's only 10 on here. So might be cutting it pretty close. So that's all the actual stitching I have to show. And I was kind of wanting to talk about my Yule plans. Unlike a lot of other stitchers, I don't really get into the Christmas plans. I haven't ever done an advent calendar. Like, I see all these people, like, they order the stitchy advents, or they do the coffee advent, or the tea advent, or the cheese, wine, like the adult advents. I've never actually done one, and it wasn't even a thing when I was a kid to get the chocolate advents until I was a little older. I always do it for my kids. This year my daughter Stephanie got one for after 8, so chocolate with chocolate and peppermint that she really likes, and Daniel got one that had penguins. It's just plain chocolate, but I thought it would be interesting to try to do a stitchy type tarot, or a stitchy type advent calendar. I also have a bit of an idea of a goal thing that I want to do. I have, and I was going to bring it down, but I forgot. I have an advent, a physical advent calendar thing, and it's a tree shape, and I'll hopefully have it down here by next time. So it has the 25 little doors, and then you put different things behind the doors, and every day you open one. So I think I'm going to write up 25 goals or 25 things, and then I'm going to have Daniel and Stephanie, or Stephanie and Paige, put in the calendar different prompts or stickers or something like that, so that I can kind of participate with the countdown. I also am really wanting to pull the trigger on the blackwork tree one, which I'll put up here. I've made a decision on which one of the tree that I want to do. I just haven't gone through and bought it. So plans for the next 2, 3, well, however many weeks it is until I show up again, if anyone cares, is to maybe decorate down here for Yule. I want to put up the tree. The kids do the Christmas tree. It is a Christmas tree, but I have a lot of Yule things. I'd like to get out, or at least kit up, my Yule pattern from the Witchy Stitcher. I'd like to get the goal thing going. I'd like to order the blackwork. So I want to start those. I want to finish the trees tile. I want to sign up for the trees Threads of Diaspora, which I'll try and link down below. I don't want to get too many plans going, because I also am planning on a few new starts. I might put them in here. Maybe like a little slideshow. I don't know. We'll see how creative I get with the editing thing, since I'm playing with the editing thing now. I definitely want to start a temperature sal, even though I've already done one. I need to start my round robin. I think I don't have to mail it up till March. I do have to order stuff for my kitted up swap now that I know kind of what my partner wants. I have it all ready to go, but I order things on the 1st of the month because that's when I get paid. I also, on the 1st of the month, have my performance review with work, so usually we get a bonus, so there is that. Not all the time, but we have most of the time. I do want to get this area tidied up. I still have shelves that I'm trying to get the husband to put up. And then here, I'm just going to switch you around. I don't know where I left off with that. Fuck. I went to turn it around and I think I stopped the recording, but I don't know when I stopped the recording. Okay, well, we'll edit this together and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I think what I was trying to show you was that I had put up the pegboard. I have more hooks now for the pegboard, so I want to change that up. I want to tidy up this area. This is my craft office, or croffice. I gotta set up my planner for next year. My daughter might be moving her stuff because her sessions that she has with her Orton Gillingham tutor are going to be ending in the middle of December. So potentially I'll be moving her to a local tutor, hopefully. I need to also apply for the disability tax credit to try and get some of that necessary tutoring money back. I gotta start thinking about Yule. Gotta keep it all in balance. What I need, what I want, against what I physically can do, what I physically can pay for. And I think those are enough plans. I'm gonna buy my kitted up swap on the 1st, get it ready. That'll give it time to get to Canada before I have to send it. I actually have it all ready to go in my basket. I just need payday. Payday's on the 1st. I have a lot of plans. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with. I plan and I never actually get it done. So I want to try the Notion tarot tracker. I want to set up my planner. I want to start the Modern Folk Embroidery Time Flies style with everyone. I have to start my ink circles pattern before we have to send it. I don't think we send it till March, but I gotta get that ready to go. Finish the temperature style I do have, start a new one, do an advent. And still, someday, sew some bags. I want to do that before Stitch North. I want to maybe give out bags at Stitch North as my gift. Unfortunately, I don't think that the trip that my mother and I were planning is going to happen. Well, originally we were going to go middle of June to the beginning of July, and we were going to take a cruise around the outside of the United Kingdom. And a couple weeks ago, a month ago, my mother said that she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to go on the cruise part anymore. And maybe we'd try something else. And I'm like, I really kind of, those dates work. Those dates are pretty much the only dates that actually work for me. But if she didn't want to do that, whatever, we won't do it. And then about 2 weeks ago, she had been diagnosed with lymphoma. So she's going to have to start treatment. And I don't know. I have to, now that my phone is now working again after 2 weeks, I have to catch up and see what the treatment is. Radiation, chemo, what we're doing with that. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to go on the trip now at all. And I mean, I'm disappointed. But it is what it is. Like, we've been trying to do this for 25 years. And at this point, life just gets in the way. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it does, it does. I'd kind of like to stick with the original plan that we had, which was the trip, fly over, we do the 15 days or 10 days in England and France, and then come back. But it really does depend on her health and how things are going with that. Point blank. My schedule, that would be the best dates, but I mean, I've gone 3 years now without having a whole vacation, so hopefully with my 10-year review coming up, I'll get it through them that we do need another person in our department to relieve that, so that my coworker and I can take time off more reliably. but it is what it is right now. The trip isn't going to happen. Stitch North hopefully will still happen. I will still get to go to Stitch North. And if the trip doesn't happen, maybe I'll do the second Stitch North. I'll go on the waiting list. Do the fall Stitch North as well. Maybe that time I can like take the train there and back like I originally was planning to, but that's really all there is going on. Preparing for Yule, preparing for Christmas, trying to deal with all of life, keeping it in balance, and that's all we can do. So I hope to see you next time. If you actually ever make it this far, leave a comment, maybe subscribe if you're interested. I know I'm not everyone's cup of coffee. I don't really know how to get myself out there. If you could help, that would be nice. I'd like to meet more people. I've pretty much capped it out at 50. So I'd like to be a little bit more out there. I just don't know what else to do. So like, comment, like, subscribe, maybe. Keep me going. Words of encouragement, if that's your love language. And other than that, I'll see you in 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, whatever my life lets me do. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more stitching. Bye for now.